Sorry. Sorry. It's- I don't know. There's a lot. There's a lot riding on this show. So I'm hoping that it goes well. Just like just like any normal stream. I'm like, I hope it does well, but there's some matches that I'm really hoping goes well. So fun times. Um I really I don't know what else to add here. Like the more and more that these shows go on, the more and more I know that there's going to be a certain standard that I need to try to like match. So, yeah, kinda hoping for the best. So, fun. um but yeah, so um I'm so like lost. Uh but yeah. I'm so lost right now. Obviously, there is a lot. Like, the thing with Money in the Bank is that it shapes the rest of the year. Like, as like benefit of hindsight is that last year's Money in the Bank quite literally affected WrestleMania. Um, so like, it's very hard to try to like think that far ahead. And me as a storyteller, I don't necessarily know 100% of the time if something like that is gonna happen again, but it's one of those added coincidences. Like, yes, I am going to have a men's and women's Money in the Bank winner after tonight. Are they going to affect storylines? We do not yet know. If anyone has ever talked to me, they have known that for me personally, a good Money in the Bank cash in is a cash in that no one really sees coming. That is not like, oh, I'm going to feud with the champion and eventually cash in. And that's what I'm going to try to do. So many people are going to be unaware of when my Money in the Bank people are going to cash in, unless I make it a part of a story, but then I need to do it correctly. So yeah, fun times. We kind of already know all the matches, but yeah, without further ado, let's get stuck right into this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ECW Money in the Bank.
Making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 229 pounds, Kenny Omega!
We are sold out here at the Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. For Money in the Bank, we open tonight's show with Kenny Omega basically forcing his way onto this pay-per-view event after attacking and brutalizing General Manager CM Punk. We do not yet know who's going to be Kenny's opponent, to be honest. But we do know that Kenny has gone back to his old ways. So who is going to try to put him in his place? The cleaner is back in full force. Let's see who's going to try to take him down here in the City of Lights. Kenny waiting for his opponent. Oh my God! The voice of the voiceless! The Second City Saint! ECW General Manager! CM Punk is here! CM Punk able to shrug off the attack that left him out of the 2 nights ago's broadcast. And now I think he's ready for some payback. One of the best rivalries in ECW from last year, only just losing their chance at the Rivalry of the Year award. That going to Jai Phillips and Liam Rogers, but these two were an extremely close second. We saw what they were capable of last week. And it seems that Punk isn't done teaching Kenny a lesson. Here we go, Kenny Omega, CM Punk, ready to kick off Money in the Bank. Officially underway, immediately V-trigger from Omega. And now, Omega up high, moonsault connecting. And now a little bit of taunting here, showing Punk is not phased. And now, Kenny down, trying to use his wrestling prowess against Punk. We don't necessarily know Punk's condition right now. Drop kick sends Punk to the canvas. We do not yet know Punk's condition walking into this match. The last time we saw him, he was in the car park being brutalized by Kenny. We don't know the recovery process here from an attack like that. So Punk may not be 100%. But we're going to find out if he can still hang. Try to go for a spin kick, but it's a little bit too far out. And now, Punk roll-up pin. And now Punk lifting him up and a spike. right there on the neck. And now spinning the arm. Punk now trying to possibly out-wrestle the cleaner. The high knee sends Kenny down to the canvas. And now off the ropes and a big boot straight to the skull of Omega. He will go outside and meet him there. But it seems that Punk is going to go fishing for some weaponry. Kendo stick now in hand. And straight there, knocking him off the apron. And now will be thrown across the outside area. Punk now top rope. Looking to possibly get that knee straight onto the lip of Omega. And now going for the Anaconda Vice on the outside. Will not count towards a submission. But the fact that he was able to lock it in so early says a lot about Kenny. And now package. Suplex right there. Learning a thing or two. And now realizing the kendo stick right there to utilize straight there to the knee of CM Punk. One that's been injured throughout multiple times in his career. But a drop kick will send Kenny back down. Now losing the kendo stick. Now Punk looking for some more weaponry. Sledgehammer. The fans chanting that they want some tables. Thankfully, the Dudley Boys will be here later to provide that sling blade by Omega. Now sent straight into that pole. And now knee to the face. These two are simply just trying to beat each other up. And now a little bit of an arm bar from Omega, but look at the technical prowess of our general manager. Coming straight out in full force, and now some strikes from Punk, and the knee straight to the spine. And now giving a little bit of payback with that metal rod. The post, and now the chair straight to the midsection. Punk showing that he's not letting up, trying to go for another shot, but it gets stopped in his way. But look at this, another Anaconda Vice locked in. Trying to possibly get Kenny to submit on the floor, but starting to let go. As he sees Kenny definitely weakened. But now Kenny trying to capitalize. And now answering with some offense. And now another package. Kenny now walking around. Possibly trying to find some new weaponry. But deciding to come back in to finish the job. And now a drop kick from an uply risen CM Punk. Now holding him around. It's been a while, but these two will enter back into the ring for the first time in quite a few minutes. Punk going for a cover on Omega, but a kick at it too. Hoisting Omega up. But Omega able to break away. What is Omega going to try to do here? Getting some strikes and possibly another suplex. Well executed by the cleaner. Now he will go for his own cover. But a kick out at two from Punk. Now Omega just trying to beat up CM Punk. And now roll-up pin from Punk, though. Roll-up pin from Punk. Ref in position to possibly count it, but a kick out at two. Kenny is still in this match. And now trying to twist the head of Omega, just trying to find a way to keep him down. And it seems like CM Punk trying to get into a position to end this. Has him up. This is what won him last week. Go to sleep on Omega! Cover to win! But a kick out at 2 from Omega. The fans chanting for them to fight forever. The same chant that echoed arena after arena during the first rivalry over the ECW Championship. Ladder now brought inside the ring. Kenny now waiting for him. Possibly trying to go for a one-wing angel setup, but now Punk in his own position and now has him up one more time. Go to sleep a second time to Omega. Going for the cover to end this now. And Punk walks out victorious. What a start to Money in the Bank. Phil Brooks, CM Punk, our own general manager, picking up the win. But by God, did Kenny put up a fight. A spike there, and of course, this is where the weaponry started to get involved. A really well shattered kick straight to the knee. The knee straight to the face again, my apologies. And of course, by the end of this match, you saw Omega busted open one of those package drivers. The repeated strikes, and then Punk, thinking it was all over after getting back into the ring, a kick out there. And this right here is what took the cake. A second GTS. So he can win his first pay-per-view of this calendar year.
Here is your winner,
Congratulations, Mr. General Manager. Now let's see how the rest of the show will unfold. Here we go, first title match of the night.
This is an Extreme Rules match, and is for the ECW Hardcore Championship.
Hardcore Championship on the line, and we know who will be challenging for it. After their match 2 nights ago, this man right here, Ethan King, is in an extremely good position. Defeating Jacob Fatu to find some footing, getting his win back from earlier in the months. And of course, he will be accompanied by the other member of the United Kingdom. The Kings are here in Vegas. Of course, both men have held the Hardcore Championship before. If Ethan is able to get one more win on Fatu, he will be a 2-time champion, adding to his amazing list of accolades. Of course, like I said, former Hardcore Champion, the longest reigning ECW television champion, former member of Bullet Club, current member of the United Kingdom. Quite the big resume for such a young talent. And not to mention last year's match of the year with Jackson Rogers. But they have quite the uphill battle, considering a Samoan werewolf stands in their way. Jacob Fatu, with the Ula Fala around his neck and the title around his waist. He is ready to put all his chips on red. Of course, the last few weeks he's been accompanied by fellow family member Umaga. But Fatu decided if he's going to defeat the United Kingdom, he has to do it alone. He beat Wade King one-on-one to win the championship. And now he will defend the championship the next pay-per-view after he won it against the other United Kingdom member. Is he able to continue his dominance, or will the pressure make him fall? The fans definitely behind the Samoan Werewolf right now. Pretty much you could put anyone in front of the Kings and they will be cheered. But Jacob Fatu has some charisma that is untouchable. What a match to start off our title matches. Let's go down to the ring for the calls.
Introducing the challenger. From Jackson, Mississippi, weighing in at 215 pounds, Ethan King. And his opponent from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the ECW Hardcore Champion, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Here we go as Fatu giving off the championship. That's what it's all about. That's what the weeks of attacks, the weeks of standoffs are all about right there. ECW's pride and joy on the line. Fatu versus King. Officially underway. Immediately super kick from Fatu. Like we said when these two took place in a match 2 days ago, it was not a matter of who won that match. It was a matter of knowing each other's repertoires, knowing each other's moves, and being able to figure out a contingency. Try to go for a high knee there after springboard after an amazing Samoan drop. Now, Ethan King getting some room to possibly deal some damage. Now off the springboard and a DDT. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fatu able to get to his feet. And remember, this may be a contained match, but the fact that the former hardcore champion, Wade King, out there on the sidelines, almost looming over this match, definitely has to put a mindset on you that you have to watch your back. And I wonder if Fatu is in that mindset tonight. It's a devastating headbutt to Ethan King, and now slamming it back down onto the canvas. Trying to get some chip damage in. The more the better. And another super kick. And now another face plant directly there. Now we'll pick up the trash can that Ethan brought in face first, bouncing off. And now thrown it, and just like that, blood is now spilled in this hardcore match. That is the drawbacks about wrestling 2 days before the event against Jacob Fatu. Your body is still a tad bit weakened. And now Ethan is suffering the consequences, but now top rope to an outside Fatu. And they're trying to go for a crossbody, but Jacob able to roll out of harm's way. And now we'll head to the top rope himself. And trying to go for an axe handle, but Ethan was strategic, trying to get into the ring before he leapt off. Now both men just trying to figure out whether they want to go inside or outside. Now it seems like they're going to go inside. Ethan King now in control, but Jacob able to break away with shots to the midsection. Now into the ropes, and up in another Samoan drop! Directly in the middle of the ring, Fatu is fired up. And a springboard, try to go for a crossbody, but only just got a headbutt. And now as you see, look at that, Wade King taking the padding off the turnbuckle. We knew he was going to get involved somehow, but Fatu more focused on the man he's sharing a ring with than the outside interference. Drop down, leapfrog, Fatu looking for something here, and another Samoan drop! Right there on the challenger. Going for a cover on Ethan King, but a kick out at 2. Ethan looks hurt. Not only the blood coming down from his skull, but the amount of heavy Samoan drops definitely coming down on that ribcage are definitely taking their toll on Ethan King. Trying to definitely fight his way out of it, but Fatu a little bit more stronger, using it to absolute advantage. Power bomb position, and where is he going? Onto the exposed turnbuckle will go the skull of Ethan King! And now the sledgehammer, possibly in use, straight to the midsection from Fatu. And a super kick sends him down. Wade King yelling with the audience, trying to go for a Samoan drop, but comes up short. Drop kick from Ethan King. Both men fairly even still. And now power slam. Ethan King, top rope. Looking for Fatu to get to his feet. And he gets the sacrificial lamb. Cover on the champion. But a kick out at 2. Fatu still in it. Again, Wade King on the outside just yelling at the fans in attendance. Ethan trying his hardest to stay controlled. Of course, sacrificial lamb was done. Drop down now. Leapfrog. And a hit! That was a Full Metal Jacket shot! I just realized a Full Metal Jacket shot! And a kick out at 2. Fatu still here. I completely didn't register that was an FMJ! Fatu now clothesline in the corner. I think the Samoan werewolf may have snapped and now may be fighting with his muscles, not his brain. That could either be the best thing or the worst thing for him to do now that the steel chair is in play. And directly try to go on the back of Fatu, but now we'll hit the head instead. Try to go for that midsection and a super kick as a repercussion. What is Fatu thinking of here? Another springboard attempt and a clothesline, well executed. And now the sledgehammer again to the midsection. Twice now, 3 times to Ethan King, making sure that there's no way he's getting up. Now the top rope goes Fatu. Uso splash to retain the title. But a kick out at 2 from King. But look at this, moonsault! Cover! And Fatu retains! How about that? As much as the power that Ethan put into this, his crafty antics weighed at his side, it was still not enough to put away the Samoan werewolf. This right here, the sacrificial lamb, right there, thinking that was gonna do it. But just not enough. And of course, here, I was a little late of calling it, but there's the FMJ, a Full Metal Jacket, directly to the skull of Fatu, and it just wasn't enough. And right here, Usos splash that way. That would have taken out most competitors, and we all thought it was over at that moment, but the kick out, and then answered with that moonsault, and that was all she wrote.
Here is your winner, and still ECW Hardcore Champion, the Samoan Werewolf, Fatu.
Congratulations, Fatu, as we now move into our first Money in the Bank match. Here we go. Time for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And it seems that the storm is here. Because it's Jade freaking Cargill. How about that?
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the Money in the Bank contract. Making her way to the ring from Orlando, Florida,
Jade
Jade Cargill.
Cargill, of course, one of the women that has solidified her name with ECW upon her introduction, a former women's champion, no less. And the rules still apply from last year. These women and the other men in the other Money in the Bank match did not have to compete to win their shot at this matchup. This was a pure decision between General Manager CM Punk and ECW owner Paul Heyman. And they got to decide who they thought was right, who they think was worthy, and who they think can benefit from being in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So who will join Jade Cargill in this match? And it's a person that we haven't yet seen debut in a better time than Eddie. Tatum Paxley. How do I best describe Tatum Paxley to people who haven't seen her yet? Oh, wait a second, I know the perfect way. Harley Quinn, but even more bad shit crazy. Tatum Paxley enjoys putting three people through pain, and she enjoys being in unfavorable situations, so this kind of matchup is right up her alley. She may be a little manipulative from here and there, but goddamn is she an enjoyable person to watch. So let's see what she is capable of. This being her debut, quite a way to debut, would be coming in and winning the Money in the Bank contract straight out. And time to get your watches up and play with your Barbies, because Tiffany Stratton has arrived. An absolute ECW staple, having quite the year last year. Tiffany Stratton last year, one of those superstars that got into so many opportunities at a title, but just barely missed out. So now she has a chance to to solidify her own path. Not a stranger to Money in the Bank matches. Of course, won one with WWE. But can she make it a second? 3 down, 3 to go. And it seems that Demolition has a woman on the inside.
And representing Demolition from Sydney, Australia,
Maya Rogers, member of Demolition, known as the Muscle in that team. And of course, she will be accompanying her, I guess we can now say, leader of Roxanne Perez as she takes on Lyra Valkyria for the championship later tonight. But I guess this might be insurance policy. If Maya is out to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, that could very much put Demolition in a seriously powerful position. Of course, the bad girl turning more bad than we ever thought she could. But will this new side of her benefit, or will it distract? We have 2 left. Let's see who we got. The woman that we all thought was gonna win last month at Backlash. The Pirate Princess herself, Kairi Sane, has descended upon Vegas.
From Yamaguchi, Japan,
Kairi Sane. If you haven't seen some of her ladder matches in WWE, you are in for a treat. The Master of the Skies definitely taught her well. Of course, a former member of Demolition, friends with Io Sky, taught her a thing or two about ladder matches. Kairi Sane, insane elbow off the top of the ladder would definitely be something that you don't want to be on the receiving end of. The fans have definitely come alive for Kairi. But that is 5 women. We just need 1 more. Who do we got as the final person? A woman that from the start has had a rocket strapped to her. Michin is here.
From Fontana, California,
Michin, of course, in the short amount of time we've seen her on screen, has done many impressive things. Of course, at Backlash, she won the right to enter the main event, even though she came up short. Quite the impressive feat. And also, not to mention, in the very first week of ECW post-WrestleMania, defeating Roxanne Perez, which was champion at the time. Michin will definitely have the crowd behind her on this one. Quite a lineup for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. It is definitely anyone's game, and now we're officially off. Women immediately being thrown absolutely anywhere. And of course, standard Money in the Bank ladder match rules. Your goal, grab a ladder, set it up, and then unhook the briefcase at the top, dangling above the ring. That will expire the night after WrestleMania. Able to cash in anytime, any place for a title match. As we now see Kairi Sane trying to rip up Tatum Paxley in the middle of the ring. So now we see Maya Rogers in possession of a chair trying to take on Michin, as Tiffany Stratton has not stopped trying to go for Jade Cargill. Jade and Maya now facing off as Tate and Paxley seeming to have a leg up on Kairi Sane, now busting her open in the middle of the ring as Tiffany Stratton joins them, now trying to take out Kairi Sane. So now thrown across the outside, Maya just trying to control the outside area, dodging Michin. And now Jade and Paxley in the corner. Both women able to get out of harm's way, and now will try to go for one another. We'll see Michin was getting the upper hand of Maya Rogers, and now she's entered the ring once again. Now all women just absolutely being thrown around the area. Maya now in place of a kendo stick, but gets kicked out by Tate and Paxley. All women now back in the side of the ring. Tate and Paxley reverses momentum. And now Tiffany Stratton, power bomb position to the outside to Michin. Tiffany Stratton with the first ladder now officially set up. And now Kairi Sane showing some offense of her own as Jade Cargill taking on Tate and Paxley on the outside. And now look at this, Kairi Sane trying to be the first one to get her hands on the briefcase. Maya Rogers stopping her. And now the shots will continue. Stiff right from Michin to Tiffany Stratton. Now steel chair being put into play, but Maya stops her. And now look at that, Michin was able to try to steal it under everyone's noses. And now Tiffany Stratton standing moonsault, but Michin rolls out of harm's way. Kairi Sane dealing some serious damage to Jade Cargill on the outside, and a low blow from Maya inside the ring to Michin. Low blow that we've now seen as a staple in her moveset ever since joining Demolition. Maya now trying to get her hands on the briefcase, but all women immediately come inside the ring to try to stop her. Tate and Paxley throwing the outside, so is Michin. Tiffany and Jade will follow her quickly after, leaving Sane and Maya in the ring. Look at this, Jade Cargill. Snake eyes to Stratton on the apron. And now Paxley will get involved. Will get thrown into the ring as a repercussion. Zane rolling out of the ring, followed by Maya. Both women trying to get some breathing room. And now Michin with that steel chair. But now, while everyone's not paying attention, look at this. Tate and Paxley in the middle of the ring, trying to get her hand on the briefcase. But I think Stratton took notice, throwing down the ladder. And now Maya with that steel chair. But a neck breaker from Stratton. Jade Cargill now trying to take care of Tiffany. Kairi Sane trying to get involved too. Tate and Paxley throws Maya outside the ring. There goes Zane, and now the kendo stick to Jade Cargill, but Jade with a spear! Jade with a spear, but a drop kick from Michin will also send her down. Send her into the ropes. Hip toss to Jade Cargill, and now Paxley reversed on by Maya, and now the kendo stick directly to the face of Maya Rogers. And now Maya dealing some damage to Michin. Armbar while we see outside Tiffany Stratton and Kairi Sane just going at it. Jade Cargill now shopping with some more weaponry. Table now in play, but decides to drop it to focus. Getting back into the ring to pick up that ladder, but Kairi Sane stops her dead in her tracks. And now look at Tate and Paxley! Now Paxley trying to focus on Kairi Sane, but now Tiffany Stratton will get involved. Russian leg sweep. Michin trying to pay attention to Jade Cargill, throwing her over the top rope. Quickly followed suit. And now all women being thrown over. Women, this is a ladder match, not a Royal Rumble. Reversal. Maya now back in the fold of it. And now her variation, trying to go for her bankrupt. And we have now officially been told the name of that move, called Payday. And now kendo stick again being in use as now Jade Cargill showing her strength on the outside, doing some push-ups after taking Tiffany Stratton out. The fans chanting with Tatum Paxley, who's definitely showing her worth. Maybe her debut match, but damn, she's showing that she can hang with the rest of them. Tiffany Stratton bouncing off the apron. Tatum Paxley again with the kendo stick, but then, oh, look at this. Jade Cargill on the outside with the jaded to Tiffany Stratton. And now a moonsault, well executed by Meechin, that will send Tatum Paxley packing. Now the ladder being picked up by Maya, but stopped by Jade. Jade wanting to use a steel chair straight to the back of Maya Rogers. Now Kairi Sane again getting in amongst it. Running bulldog off the springboard. Meechin throwing Tiffany Stratton the outside. Kairi Sane following quickly after. They're just trying to figure out who to target at this point. Who poses the bigger threat? Jade throws Kairi out and she will quickly follow. But realizing that Meechin tried to attack her and answers with a German suplex. And look at that, Maya making Tatum Paxley tap. But that does not matter in the grand scheme of things. Will not count towards a pinfall or a submission, because that's just not how this match works. And now, Maya trying to combo up on Jade Cargill. But Tiffany Stratton there now with the ladder in hand, possibly trying to get it set up, and no, we'll put it in the corner for possible later usage. Now, Jade throw it to the outside, and Tatum Paxley has just taken Meechin to school and then some. Ladder now set up, and Kairi Sane trying to stop her. But Tatum Paxley not going down without a fight, trying to go for a drop kick, but came up short. Now Kairi Sane trying to get it, but a reversal straight there. All women now back to their feet. Drop kick will send Kairi down. And now Paxley hoisting up the ladder. Now look at this, Meechin. And she gets a taste of danger right there. Tatum Paxley now with the briefcase, but the ladder's been taken away from her. And a power bomb onto the ladder by Maya Rogers. Answers with a table straight to the face by Kairi Sane. And now neck breaker to Rogers. Meechin now back to her feet. Tried that knee straight to the face of Cargill. Now we see Russian leg sweep right there. Now Tatum Paxley trying to laugh up against Tiffany Stratton. Now look at this, Maya now in play here, possibly trying to get Meechin to tap, trying to wear her down best she can, and she does. If this was an elimination match, Maya would be on fire right now. That just isn't the case. Slammed down by Cargill. Now Kairi Sane, while no one's looking, trying to escalate, trying to go up the ladder, but Jade Cargill there to stop that chance. But now look at Paxley, the strength of Paxley. Face first goes Jade Cargill into the canvas. German suplex by Maya. Now drop kick. Tiffany Stratton now back in it. Trying to wear everyone down to the best of her abilities. But look at this, Kairi Sane. Insane elbow to Maya. And now Tiffany with that chair. Stopped by Tatum Paxley. slides and sends Stratton down. Jade goes outside to try to deal. But now has Paxley up. Jaded! Kairi Sane once again setting up the ladder. Now folding it back over as she's trying to deal with the women inside the ring. They just keep coming. Possibly trying to go for a German suplex there. Maya Rogers, back body drop as Kairi Sane getting another ladder in play. She deals, trying to hit Maya off of it. Jade is able to take out Sane. But now Tatum Paxley trying to grab up the ladder, and now Jade stopping her. Meechin stopping Jade from even approaching it. And now Stratton, athletic background Alabama slam. And now throwing Jade into the corner. And look at Tatum Paxley thrown off of the ladder. And a Samoan drop from Jade Cargill. Maya drop kick will send Jade down. And now, look at this. Ender Hardick. The taste of danger. And now, again, looking for another submission. But now on Kairi Sane. Trying to wear her down as Meechin trying to take care of Tatum Paxley. How about this? And now, right there, set up, and now look at this! Right there, payday! And then Meechin throwing a chair, the skull of Maya Rogers, and now Jade Cargill back in the ring. She'll grab the ladder, but then Maya reversing Meechin's offense. Jade wasn't too confident grabbing the ladder anymore. And now, Maya Rogers will execute. And then Kairi Sane bringing in the ladder again. As now, look at this, Maya too focused on trying to submit Jade Cargill. Thankfully, look at this, Tiffany Stratton now in play. All the women in the ring, but look at Kairi Sane grabs it! Kairi Sane grabs the briefcase! Every other woman was distracted. And Kairi Sane can now call herself Miss Money in the Bank. Women absolutely everywhere in this matchup. Weaponry was used. All in around, chairs, kendo sticks, ladders, the lot. And the wonderful Jaded here to Tatum Paxley, who had an extremely good showing as well. Of course, Tiffany Stratton showing that she can still hang. The Alabama Slam to Meechin as well. But then it was right here, all the other women so distracted that Kairi was able to win. Congratulations, Kairi Sane. And here we go, tag team competition. It is time to get the tables. Bubba Ray and Devon are here.
The following is a tag Team Extreme Rules match and is for the ECW Tag Team Championship. And at a combined weight of 603 pounds, the Lorraine and D-Ball, the Dudley Boys.
Multiple-time ECW Tag Team Champions, one of the longest reigning teams of last year. So this will be an interesting one. Both of these teams have respect for one another. So this match will be out of respect, similar to our main event. But that won't stop these two teams from absolutely tearing each other apart. The Dudleys are here. So now we just have the champions. And let's start off with the Hall of Famer, Rey Mysterio himself. And donning the all-white, the white and silver look for Mysterio. We have not seen that gear in a hot minute. How about that, holding the title up loud and proud.
First, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 175 pounds, one half of the ECW Tag Team Champions, Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio coming into this title defense, the first title defense of his ECW time here. Can he do it? He won the tables match 2 nights ago against Devon. Can he pull out those tricks to retain tonight? Let's hope so. The fans are absolutely in love with our current tag champs. It would be a shame for them to stop their reign short. But we have the Masked Luchador, but we're missing the other half. The other half, of course, being the man himself, the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, also donning the all-white. How about that?
And from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 187 pounds, one half of the ECW Tag Team Champions,
Ilya Dragunov coming into this match very much hungry for some action, but very much taking a white spin on the gear that he is so known for, color coordinating with his fellow tag champion. That doesn't spell a bond. If that doesn't spell a bond, I don't know what does. But here we go. Ilya Dragunov giving us that iconic smile, knowing that he is ready to go. There it is. That's what it's all about. The titles will hand off There they are. The Dudley Boys. Dragunov and Mysterio, tag team titles on the line and now officially underway. And immediately, both teams immediately going straight to work. Dragunov finally getting in amongst it. He hasn't been able to have a very good last couple of matches. Mysterio has been doing a lot of heavy lifting as of late, so let's see if Dragunov's going to try to help out his partner. Snake Eyes right there to Dragunov. It's now Bubba Ray and Devon definitely in charge. Now the reversals from Rey Mysterio right now, trying to hope that Ilya gets to his feet in time, but getting stomped on by Devon. It's not a good look for the champions. And now a pin attempt, but nowhere near ready. Now straight into those steel steps. Devon just trying to do what he can on the outside as Bubba Ray takes it straight to Rey Mysterio on the inside. Now look at this, Devon getting some weaponry as Bubba Ray DDT on the apron. A table now set up. Ray now in the ring, double axe handle from Bubba Ray. And he will get a headbutt as well. But Dragunov not letting anything really up, taking out Devon as well. We'll head to the top rope. And we'll answer, try to go, but Devon running away, trying to get out of his range. Both the Dudley Boys trying to find a different way to attack this right now. It's only a matter of time before Ray and Ilya get a leg up. Neck breaker. But look at Ilya DDT after some good strikes to Bubba Ray. Now, Ilya gets shoulder tackled by Devon Dudley. Now the sledgehammer in use against Dragunov, but a suicide dive helps out his teammate. Now Bubba Ray will try to do the same for Devon, bouncing Ray off of the apron. Both men now back to their feet. Now Dragunov will look for some weaponry of his own. Trash can now found. And now face first goes Devon, but Ray getting power bombed inside of the barricade. And will slam down Ilya as well. Straight to the face of Mysterio. And a Bubba cutter. Bubba Ray with that signature cutter to Ilya Dragunov, but a kick out at 2. Nowhere near done yet. Try to go for that knee, but Ilya was able to sidestep out of the way. Reversing Devon's interjection. But now a snake eyes to Dragunov. Devon trying to focus on Mysterio as he goes for another cover. This could be it here, and it is! The Dudleys with a absolute upset. Ilya and Rey Mysterio, not a match for ECW's new tag team champions. The Bubba Cutter pretty much signaling the end The snake eyes dealing more insult to injury. And after that was happened, you know the rest.
Here are your winners, and the new ECW Tag Team Champions, the Red and Diva, the Dudley Boyz.
Congratulations to the Dudley Boys. As now we head to our next match. And here we go, women's competition. And look at this. Lyra Valkyria showing off a little feather.
The following contest is a ladder match and is for the ECW Women's Championship. Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
That's right, ladder match for the Women's Championship. Lyra Valkyria very happy with herself. She has been on quite the uphill battle trying to take out the members of Demolition. She's gotten so close, but this could very much be the opportunity she needs to put it all to rest. And of course, as I mentioned, the prodigy herself will be accompanied by the other members of Demolition.
And her opponent, representing Demolition from Laredo, Texas, Roxanne Perez.
Cora Jade on the left, Maya Rogers on the right. We saw the amazing effort that Maya put into the Money in the Bank match earlier tonight, but came unsuccessful. But what's good is if Roxanne Perez was to win tonight, she quite literally has two people watching her back. This will be very interesting. Ladder matches always are a key to chaos. It's finally going down. There it is. The ECW Women's Championship, Lyra Valkyria, Roxanne Perez. Ladder match finally, and immediately Roxanne Perez trying to deal some damage, but look at Lyra Valkyria, but gets reversed by Perez. Perez wasting no time trying to go around to her fellow Demolition teammates. But Lyra's not letting her have any of it. Walking past Cora J, but realizing she needs to deal some more damage to Roxanne and make sure she doesn't get up. Both women reversing up their offense right now. Now, spinning neck breaker. Page Turner. And now there's Roxanne in possession of a ladder. Will go back into the ring. Lyra trying to stop her. But eating a face full of steel instead. Going up to try to grab the championship. But Lyra immediately tipping the ladder over. And now the standing moonsault, but comes up short. Roxanne has a chance for a rebuttal, and she'll do just that, throwing Lyra to the outside, and now will attempt to get another ladder set up. And that's exactly that, but answers with a clothesline to the back of the skull. But look at Roxanne throwing those strikes. Of course, former champion in her own right, cashing in on Rhea Ripley after her battle with Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. Roxanne knowing that she has to take out Lyra if she wants to try to climb that ladder, wants to try to call herself a two-time women's champion. Now, jumping her back down to the canvas. Roxanne just absolutely taking it to Lyra Valkyria as she's dazed in the corner. Her hand trying to get onto the championship. Both feet up. But Lyra there to stop any kind of momentum. Cora Jade yelling to her, and she gets her face first. Almost hitting that chair as a result, and will go up to try to grab the title once more. Trying to get a good grip on it. Both feet up. Can she grab it in time before Lyra gets in her way, and now dangling from the title. Now look at this. What? Wait, what? I was more focused on Lyra Valkyria. She was about to tangle up with Cora Jade. What the hell? But I need to watch the replays of this. I was focused on Lyra Valkyria. She was about to square off with Cora Jade after that distraction right there. Face first. Roxanne was still hanging by the title and was able to unhook it as Lyra was distracted by Jade.
ECW Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne, champion once again with the help of Demolition. Congratulations, Roxanne Perez. And here we go, television title now on the line.
Cage match. And it's for the ECW Television Championship.
There it is, and as we said, steel cage in play. In the words of Kevin Owens in the back before this show was on the air, he said he wanted to be a steel cage match so no one was in and that only he could walk out. The trilogy finishes tonight. Kevin Owens, Jackson Rogers, a rivalry that started with the show after WrestleMania, and now will finish up at Money in the Bank. Owens, very good history with caged types of matches, of course. We remember his amazing effort in matches such as War Games, going up against teams like the Undisputed Era and the Bloodline. But will that translate into the match tonight? The prized fighter versus the Outlaw. Here he is. Jackson Rogers. The man with no mercy. These two have been at it, as I said, since the show after WrestleMania. Kevin said in the same interview before the show took place that win or lose, whether he walks out with the title or not, he will be taking some time off from professional wrestling. So whether he leaves with the championship or not is going to be an interesting thing to figure out as time goes by. But let's just focus on the match happening right now as the Outlaw gets ready to gun down one final time. There it is, the title that signalizes the television all to themselves. Let's now go to the ring for the calls.
Introducing the challenger. From Marieville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 266 pounds, Kevin Owens. And his opponent, from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the ECW Television Champion, the Outlaw, Jackson Rogers.
The title being handed off right before the cage lowers around these two men. There's the title that they'll be fighting for. The cage now lowering between them. And we are officially off. Kevin Owens immediately trying to do some attacks here, but now Jackson getting involved, multiple knees to the skull. Remember the rules of a steel cage match: win via pinfall or submission or exiting the cage. Exactly what Jackson was trying to do there, but Kevin Owens was able to catch him there. Of course, Jackson not a stranger to cage matches either. But both need to try to just survive. Catches the super kick attempt. But Enziguri right there. And now Kevin Owens attempting to possibly leave himself. There we go. But now Jackson immediately up to his feet. And now power bomb position straight there on the middle. And a moonsault there. Trying to go for a cover now. But a kick out before we could even start the call. Now Jackson just trying to wear down Owens, but Owens isn't having any of it. Now reversed. Owens into the ropes. Leapfrog. And a dropkick attempt, but Owens was able to sidestep out of the way. And now Owens throwing Jackson into the corner. Now back. Straight into the double axe handle. Strike to the back of the skull. If Owens is one thing, I'd definitely use the word violent. Hoisting Jackson up again. Trying to pull him over to the other corner. But Jackson will put him there instead. And now getting some distance. Trying to go for a clothesline, but Owens was able to stop him. And now, package, almost trying to get at the package power driver. But a kick out at one from Jackson. Now look at this, trying to go roll up pin on Kevin Owens. Almost got it. Try to super kick straight to the face of Owens. And another moonsault off the springboard. Try to go for that signature headbutt. But look at this, immediately trying to go into it. One in the chamber. Cover to retain the title. But a kick out. Try to go for his headbutt, but didn't catch it. So he answered with a one in the chamber instead. But now Owens back to his feet, and now he will add some insult to injury. Jackson still very much dazed inside the ring as Kevin trying to find his footing but didn't find it fast enough. Jackson just simply telling him to bring it. Drop kick will send him down. And now telling the official to open the door, and that is another way to escape. But will it be open in time? Deciding to pay more attention to Owens. He doesn't care if the door has to be closed again. He just needs for Owens to go down, telling him to bring it on. Discus forearm. And now into the ropes. And look at this DDT! The Tilt-A-Whirl DDT. And one more for the road. One in the chamber. And that's it. Jackson Rogers retains. And the trilogy is complete. How about that? Kevin Owens put up a fight, but it just wasn't enough. Right here, faking us out with a package pile driver, but no. And of course, here, standing moonsault Jackson, catching the possible attempt at a stunner set up, and this was the first one in the chamber, thinking that that was going to do it. Owens tried to fight valiantly. Jackson stopping his attempt of getting out. And here it is, the Tilt-A-Whirl DDT. And followed that up, stalking him. And catching him with one in the chamber to win and retain.
Here is your winner, and still ECW Television Champion, the Outlaw Jackson Rogers.
Congratulations to Jackson Rogers for retaining. But now we move on to our semi-main event, the men's ladder match. We saw Kairi Sane come out here with the contract. So let's see who will get it for the men's. And we start with the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. Wanting to try to get one step closer to the ECW championship that he believes he deserves.
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match. And is for the Money in the Bank contract. Making his way to the ring from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew, a previous winner of a Money in the Bank contract match in WWE. Can he get another one to his name? But he has quite the stacked match to try to win. Including this man who only just was inches away of winning the Cruiserweight Championship 2 days ago.
And from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 201 pounds,
Adam Cole, baby. Coming in now, a fan favorite. Let's see if he can try to do what he failed to do last year. Last year, he held the Money in the Bank briefcase for so long, but lost it to the eventual person to cash it in, Jai Phillips. Can he win it this time on his own 2 hands and then cash it in for a world title shot? Adam Cole, always ready for a fight. Let's just not hope that the beating he took from the Demon has healed over. But who else will be joining these two in this match? A former champion of every promotion he's been in, the Phenomenal One, has arrived. AJ Styles.
Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, one of the best to ever do it. Can he stand tall? Can Styles overcome former rivals to solidify his spot as a main eventer? But of course, I said one of the greatest.
Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 209 pounds, Ryan Danielson.
Where this man is considered the greatest wrestler in the world. The American Dragon, Bryan Danielson coming in. Very familiar. 2 ladder matches in his career. Has won multiple titles from ladder matches. This will be no different. Another former winner of a WWE Money in the Bank ladder match. The pressure is on the American Dragon to see if he can do it again. But we are only missing one. And it seems that Adam Cole and AJ are met with a former Bullet Club member, the Cruiserweight Champion.
Weighing in at 190 pounds, the ECW Cruiserweight Champion, Finn Balor.
The Cruiserweight Champion who released the Demon 2 days ago. Obviously saw a lot of potential by the executives, by CM Punk, Paul Heyman, to put him in this match. But can he do it? Can he also hold the Money in the Bank contract along with the Cruiserweight Championship? There'll definitely be a target on his back. Saying that would be a massive understatement. But let's see if he's able to do the unthinkable. Finn Balor has been in a handful of Money in the Bank ladder matches. However, unsuccessful. This will be his time to show people that he means business. Of course, this is our semi-main event. After this, we have Jai Phillips versus Rob Van Dam for the ECW Championship. Whoever is in that match will definitely have eyes in the back of their heads for whoever wins this match. As the man who leads the Final Testament, Karrion Kross.
The Final Testament from Sin City, weighing in at 265 pounds, Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross, a man who's run roughshod across all of ECW after coming in. Of course, when he came through, he beat a person who's actually in this match in the form of Adam Cole. Will history repeat itself? Will Karrion Kross be able to call himself Mr. Money in the Bank? We will see soon enough. Kross is ready, however. I don't even know if his objective will align with the Money in the Bank briefcase. He just loves to cause pain and suffering. He loves to make people fall and pray. And the match now officially underway. All men immediately at one another. Karrion Kross with Bryan Danielson, Finn Balor not stopping his assault on Adam Cole, and now AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre in the back there. Now look at this, Bryan Danielson trying to take out the Cruiserweight Champion. This could be either the fastest or the shortest match of the night, depending on who is able to run that ladder and take everyone out. Finn Balor's Slid a ladder into the ring already, but gets met by Bryan Danielson and AJ Styles. Karrion Kross joining quickly after. Of course, Karrion Kross and AJ Styles, they have a little bit of tension from their days in WWE. Bryan Danielson now reversed on by AJ Styles, and now Adam Cole possibly trying to use that chair against Drew McIntyre. And Finn and AJ. Snake Eyes as Danielson in the ring by himself and finding that to be a good opportunity to get the ladder and possibly go up it as Karrion Kross now with the forearms. Now knocking out Finn Balor, and now a moonsault from Adam Cole. Right now, the goal should just be to keep Adam Cole and Finn Balor apart. But look at this. It seems like it's almost clockwork. Those two cannot get enough of each other. But Karrion Kross has said no, as Bryan Danielson having a good chance of the briefcase, but Finn Balor stopping him. Dropkick attempt, but Bryan was able to maneuver it. And now the back body drop from Karrion Kross. AJ throws down the ladder to stop Bryan again from trying to get up it. Now Styles able to duck. And a clothesline sending Finn Balor inside out. Adam Cole now back in the ring trying to get some damage out on AJ Styles. And now immediately going for Finn Balor. Face first, and now Styles will get involved, followed quickly by Karrion Kross. Now, all men just trying to get weaponry or ladders inside the ring, but also trying to wear each other out. Elbow from Styles. Adam Cole, though, with that spin kick. Bryan Danielson taking charge. And now all members back inside the ring. Now back with it. Look at this, Karrion Kross. Final prayer! Final prayer to AJ Styles. Just trying to wear him down, and now Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole in the mix. Suplex. And what does Bryan think of doing on the apron there? But Drew McIntyre, in honor of his friend Sheamus, beats. And now Finn and Adam Cole going at it. No surprise there, but now look at Drew and Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross counters the momentum, and now a big boot sends Styles down, but a kick up from Styles, saying he's not done with him yet, but a reversal from Kross. And a neck breaker onto the ladder. That would be difficult to watch. Reversal again from McIntyre. And then a neck breaker as well. Now the knee first and onto the face of the ladder. Jesus Christ, Styles. Not letting anyone walk away from this match unscathed. And a spike directly to Finn Balor. Kross now thrown to the outside, trying to go for a forearm on McIntyre, but McIntyre was still a little bit too far away, stops him from getting the ladder set up, and now Finn coming in. Danielson looking to come in, but now Styles steel chair, but Finn stops him. This is why he's the Cruiserweight champion, as Danielson now comes in with his own chair directly to the back of Finn Balor. Now it is absolute chaos as Bryan Danielson snake eyes to Adam Cole. Hoists up and neck breaker onto the chair from Bryan Danielson, dropkick as well. Styles will again get involved. Neck breaker from McIntyre. Again, while all this is happening, Karrion Kross was dealing some massive amounts of pain on the outside, but now Bryan trying to possibly incapacitate McIntyre. And a Claymore kick to Danielson out of nowhere. And now we'll pick up the ladder, but gets interrupted by Balor. Balor able to move around and answers with an elbow directly to the neck of... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Adam Cole able to slip away from Bryan Danielson. Arm drag. Finn Balor so close to getting to the top. At the same time, not even close as he throws the... Karrion Kross throwing the chair to Adam Cole. McIntyre now getting involved. Find the biggest, baddest guy in the yard and show him you mean business. Now, AJ Styles now busted open and all men are back inside the ring, apart from Adam Cole who just rolled out. And now the table being utilized, set up, but stopped by Styles as a springboard forearm. Danielson now belly to belly. And now look at Cole. DDT to Danielson. They're just simply not letting up whatsoever. Drop kick to McIntyre. Now, elevated DDT from Balor. Directly to the skull of Danielson, and not to mention a Claymore kick to Karrion Kross. And now, fan favorite Adam Cole taking charge. Picking up a ladder. Setting it up as Drew trying to figure out where the hell he's at right now. Adam Cole taking absolute advantage, and now will head up the ladder. Trying to get his fingers onto the briefcase, and Danielson's distracted by McIntyre. Will Adam Cole get it to actually win the briefcase? And he did it! Adam Cole captures the briefcase! What a moment! Adam Cole is Mr. Money in the Bank! What a match, everyone showing that they had a reason to win here. The non-stop action, the non-stop weaponry, non-stop finishing move after finishing move. You see the Styles clash on the outside. And of course, the belly to belly. And you see Adam Cole here with that DDT, with that leg hook. Elevated DDT by Finn Balor, and this right here. All men distracted with one another so Adam Cole could win. And here we go, main event time!
An Extreme Rules match. And is for the ECW Championship.
The ECW Championship on the line as Mr. ECW Original Rob Van Dam has arrived. This main event was only possible because that man right there won at WrestleMania in the King of the Ring gauntlet match, guaranteeing him a title opportunity. And he chose to face Jai Phillips. Both men have teamed recently against the two masked men. These two have utter respect for one another. They know that this match has to happen. They're still friendly with one another. When the bell rings, they will have to go at it. But at the end of the day, no matter who wins or who loses, they will have respect. And now, the people's chosen one, the ECW champion, is here sporting the gold and white. Jai Phillips is here. The man ready to make his legacy. Of course, trying to continue his reign after what he had to go through with Seth Rollins. But a match with RVD could solidify his spot as one of the all-time greats. This will definitely be an interesting matchup. High flyer versus striker. Experienced versus rookie. Rob Van Dam versus Jai Phillips. There's the graphic of what they're fighting for as we now go down to the ring for the calls.
Introducing the challenger from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam. And his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 255 pounds, the ECW champion, the chosen one, Jai Phillips.
We go Jai Phillips handing off the championship. Our main event has now come, and we're gonna get it. That is what it's all about. That's what every single person in this company wishes to obtain. Rob Van Dam, Jai Phillips, main event ECW championship on the line. And we are out of the gate, and a spin kick immediately from Phillips. Phillips wanting to try to end this as fast as possible. But Rob Van Dam, with that experience, immediately able to reverse and capitalize. Power bomb directly in the middle of the ring. And now, trying to work the side of the leg there, and then a moonsault off the top rope. Going for a cover very early on, seeing if that would be enough, but not even a one count. Kick up from Phillips. Both men trying to go for their own kicks, able to catch Rob Van Dam's, and answers with that running knee. But then Rob Van Dam able to roll through and answer with some stiff lefts. trying to wear down the left leg of Phillips. And now kendo stick. Trying to bring back some hardcore elements to the main event. Striking him multiple times with the said kendo stick. Phillips, though, back to his feet and the knee first to the skull. And now, 4 strikes. And now Phillips seems like he's going to get his own shopping spree. Sledgehammer now in play. Now waiting for a double axe handle. Going for a cover on the champion. But a kick out at 1. Another kick up from Phillips. And now trying to go for a sleeper hold on RVD. Trying to make him submit. But RVD able to get out of harm's way again, using his decades of experience to his advantage. Trying to go for a standing moonsault there. But Jai Phillips shaking it off. That attempt. Throwing RVD in the ropes. Drop down. And then hiding up the knee and the back of the head with the kick. And now we'll get the kendo stick, but RVD not letting him have any of both men going counters now. And a clothesline from the springboard. Going for the cover now. But a kick out at 1. Hoisting him back to his feet, but RVD gets an upper hand. It gets some maneuvers. And look at this, Jai Phillips. Power slam. And again, going back to that kendo stick straight across the chest. Trying to go for one more shot, but now look at the kicks from RVD. Spin kick sends him down. And the sledgehammer now in hand, straight to the midsection. Going for the cover to try to get the championship. But a kick out at 2. And now rolling through and connects to the outside. What is RVD planning? Grabbing that big ladder that we saw a few matches back. We've seen what that ladder is capable of defining moments. But look at Phillips immediately, once he saw the opening harbor bridge to RVD, going for the cover. But a kick out at 2. He found the opening and tried to go for it, trying to end it quick, and now the sledgehammer again being used straight to the midsection of Rob Van Dam. And now in the corner clothesline. And now multiple strikes, the drop kick to the knees. And now we'll head to the top for his signature splash! Jai Phillips with the splash to retain the title! And he gets it! Very good work by both men, trying to wear each other out, but also figure each other out, finding the best possible way to deal with one another, using weaponry, using moves that they thought that they wouldn't even see from one another. But at the end of the day, Jai Phillips, with his splash, was able to walk out of Money in the Bank. Still your ECW champion. Amazing effort for Rob Van Dam, putting in quite the effort, but it just wasn't enough. He is still Mr. One of a Kind. Those shots to the midsection weakening him for the Uso splash. That midsection worn down so much during this match, and that is what was the deciding factor in Jai winning.
Here is your winner, and still ECW champion, the Chosen One, Jai Phillips.
Jay, the chosen one, Phillips is again still champion. And with that, that has been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Money in the Bank today. We will see you same time, same place next week. I have been Scott Silver, and I will see you when I see you. Take care.